Welcome to the City of Florissant podcast, where we talk anything and everything related to the beautiful City of Florissant.
Hi, this is Mayor Lowery, and welcome to another edition of the Mayor's Podcast Show. With me today is Jordan Brennan. Jordan is the Product Donation Coordinator for the St. Louis Area Foodbank, and she's here today to talk about an exciting event happening here in Florissant and the whole region. It's the Mayors for Meals campaign for the St. Louis Area Foodbank, which is going to run between June 20th and June 24th. You want to talk a little bit about the idea here and obviously the collection?
Yeah, thank you so much for having me to get started. As you mentioned, this is the third year for the Mayors for Meal event. It started back in 2020 as response to COVID. Some neighbors were looking to find a way to give back, and they started, a food drive in their communities, and then Mayor Michelle Harris of Clayton really kind of took it to the next level and encouraged all of the area mayors to participate and encourage their communities to participate. This year's event will look a little different than the past couple of years. The first 2 years it was a one-day collection event. This year we've changed it up a bit, and residents will have an entire week to drop off donations in their community.
I know that in 2020, obviously during the COVID crisis, that was we did ours at Banger Park, and we had myself and the entire council out there, and I'll tell you, our residents really came out, and the donations were extremely strong that day. And like you said, we only did it the one day for about 5 hours. I know we collect a lot of food. Now this gives us an opportunity all week from the 20th to 24th, and the City of Florissant will have 6 different locations where people can drop off the food, and I think this is a wonderful opportunity for the food bank and certainly our area and those that are in need.
Yeah, we're really excited that it's going to be a week-long drive this year. We really think that it'll allow people to, drop off donations on a day that works for them, and we're really hoping to see an increase in donations.
How many cities are participating?
So far, we have, I believe, 25 cities signed up, so we're really excited. I think this year, with all those participating, we can surpass the 100,000 pound mark. Since 2020, we've collected just over 70,400 pounds of food through the Mayors for Meals food drive, which has provided 57,000 plus meals to those that the food bank serves across our service territory.
That is excellent to hear that, and certainly the participation with the 25 cities. And of course, the need continues. The need continues to grow, and so the food bank becomes more and more important for our region.
Definitely. So, we have seen an increase in need since the start of the pandemic. We estimated probably back in 2017, we served about 350,000 people across our 26 county service territory. We're estimating that is actually closer to about 500,000 just since 2019. So that's a huge increase, and the impacts of COVID are obviously still being felt amongst other things taking place in the world, and so the need is there, but the food bank is going to continue to meet that need.
So what are some of the most needed products, or what are the products that really are the ones that we really need at this time of year?
So think shelf-stable, non-perishable items. So your canned meats and fish, canned fruits and vegetables, cereals, rice, and pasta products. Those are all things that last a long time in someone's pantry, but we also welcome the donation of household and personal care items. So body wash, body lotion, toothbrushes, toothpaste, dish soap, paper towels. I tell people anything that you can get at a grocery store, we will accept and distribute.
Okay. So take us through the process so everybody understands, our residents understand who they're donating to. So they come, they donate one of the products at one of our 6 locations on the 24th or 25th, sometime thereafter. You guys pick it up, and then what happens?
So everything gets picked up. It gets brought back to the food bank. We're located in Bridgeton. We have a huge warehouse. Everything is then sorted through in our repack center just to make sure that it's not damaged. It's still within the appropriate date range. It is then distributed to our network of partner agencies across our 26 counties that we serve in the bi-state region, including Team, which is one of our partner agencies right here in Florissant.
Oh, very good, because that is that's a great organization, a great food pantry that we have here in the City of Florissant. So Team will benefit from this.
Yes, most definitely they will.
Good. So what if, okay, so this is the Mayors for Meals drive. What if somebody else wants to start up a collection for this
So
food bank?
anyone who is interested in starting or hosting a food drive of their own, it's really simple. They can reach out to me directly at 314-292-5391. That's my direct line, or my email, jbrennan@stlfoodbank.org, and that will start the process of getting a food drive planned. I'm also going to leave some of my business cards here at City Hall in case anyone would stop by, or when they drop off donations want to inquire about potentially hosting their own food drive. And it's really simple. I handle the majority of the logistics. I just need to know the dates. We provide the barrels, the collection barrels. We'll drop them off, we'll pick them up, and then once their personal drive will be concluded, I can provide them with a donation receipt and an impact report to show them what impact their effort has. And honestly, nothing is too small. We have people who host food drives out of their home. You could do it with a church group, or student governments do it, schools do it. It's the limits are endless.
So obviously, you guys are doing such great work at the St. Louis Area Food Bank. Is there anything else that you guys would like to share? Or any other events that are coming up that you'd like to talk about?
So the big thing right now is, we're going into these summer months, and a lot of times people think of summer as a time of relaxation and going on vacations. But for people who are facing food insecurity, summer is a time for them to realize that they now have to provide 3 meals a day to their school-age children who typically would receive those meals at school. And they're no longer able to get those meals at school, and so these parents and these families are trying to figure out how they're going to do that. Are they going to feed their children or pay bills? Are they going to feed their children, or are they going to pay for housing? Are they going to feed their children or pay for transportation? And so summer is a time of stress for a lot of people. Inflation is also having a significant impact on food. Even people who aren't food insecure are having to stretch their dollars further and try to figure out where their dollars can go. Our retail partners, who we get a lot of donations from, they're having to cut back on donations due to supply chain issues as well as inflation. There's increased transportation costs, which strain the food bank resources. So, it is a difficult time, but the food bank is doing everything we can to still provide for those in need. We meet people where they are through our mobile distributions, through our partner agency network, through our Food on the Move program. And these partnerships, they are more than just food. We provide health and wellness education. We provide housing support, transportation. And really, we rely on the general public to help us support our mission of a nutritionally stable Missouri and Illinois. And so that's why events like Mayor's for Meals are so important, because it really does take all of us to help feed the people.
Very good. It just seems like you guys are doing such great work there at the food bank, and certainly it's very appreciated. And of course, we're looking for another successful Mayor's for Meals drive here on June 20th through the 24th.
Yeah.
And I believe that we'll have a lot of success.
I have no doubt. Florissant has always been a huge supporter of the food bank. The residents always come out and are, provide just great support. They're so charitable, and we're really looking forward to it.
Very good. Well, thank you for taking your time to be here today. It certainly means a lot for what you're doing, and that you were able to spend some time with us today.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. So this concludes another edition of the Mayor's Podcast. We are Florissant Strong. Thank you.